So angles. Angles are the measure of a rotation or a turn. So one way to think of it is if I had this clock and I had one of the hands or arms of the clock was there. And as time passed by, that arm moved all the way down to here. So now it's coming out here, let's say, at the 3. Well, clocks, they measure as that arm moves around, it turns or rotates around the clock, it measures it in time. So these are actually in minutes. When you do an actual angles are measured in, instead of time, same thing, it's the measure of the distance that it's traveled from, say, here to here, or say from here to here, how far that turn is. That is the measure in degrees. So there's different types of angles based on the amount of degrees that the arms have turned. So I'm just going to move this up so you can see. And I'm going to change it to red here. So the easiest angle is if I have, let's say this is the point to start it, and I have my arm coming out. When that rotates all the way over to the other side, so it just looks like this, it just kind of looks like almost like a straight line now. That's called a straight angle. And so you just have to think of it as a straight line. Well, it's not just really a straight line. It means that it's rotated from here and that's turned all the way over to here, but it's called a straight angle because it looks like a straight line. It's actually turned 180 degrees. And you can think of that when when you see people do tricks and they do a 180, they're facing one way, and at the end of the turn, they're facing the exact opposite way. And that's what this is. This angle's, the arm is facing this way, and at the end, when it's finished, it's facing the exact opposite way. So you see those tricks of 180, that's what it is. So that's the easiest angle. I'd say the second easiest angle is this kind here. It's called a right angle. And then most times, you have a square box here at the bottom, and that shows that it's a perfect angle. They call it a right angle because it started off saying, hey, that's the right angle, the proper angle, the correct angle, the right angle to build things. And so you can think of things like, tables. You have a table that has legs. Well, this perfect angle here is a right angle on this table. And there's another right angle here for the legs. Lots of right angles in things that are built. So this angle is 90 degrees. It started here and it turned or rotated up to here, and that's 90 degrees. And if you can do the math, 90 degrees is half of 180 degrees, which is this whole way here. And you can see, 90, this would be halfway across that. So this is a right angle, okay? Now, there's a few more. Anything that is less, so I'm going to draw this, the reason I did that right angle is because there's some angles that you base off of that right angle. So this is 90 degrees. Anything that is less than 90 degrees, so if I have this, it starts here, this arm, but it only rotates to here. So that's it didn't go all the way up to 90, so it stopped here. That is called an acute angle. And you see the word cute in there, and I always think, oh, it's a cute little angle. These are the smallest angles. It could be only maybe this big, even tinier than that big. But it's any angle that is less than 90. So it could be in here, in here, in here, could have rotated to here, but as soon as it gets to 90, then it's a 90-degree angle, and once it turns past 90, then it turns into another angle, which is called an obtuse angle. And that's any angle, and I'm going to do this again, that is greater than 90. So we have, this is the 90-degree angle, this is 0. So it's turned up to 90, and then it's rotated anything past 90, so if it's anywhere in here, so let's say to here, so it started right on 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 39, 90, and went past 90 to here. This angle right here would be an obtuse angle. So anywhere from here down to here is called an obtuse angle. And this is the 180, remember? Okay. Now, the next angle, well, it goes past 180. So we have our 0, and we have our 90, and we have our 180, and this angle, it starts at 0, goes up to 90, keeps turning, the hand keeps turning, the arm keeps turning, gets to 180, and it goes past 180. And anywhere from here all the way down the bottom, so this whole part on the bottom, all the way up to 0, that is called a reflex angle. And so it started here, and it went maybe all the way, I'm going to do it here, let's say like this. So it went from here, turned all the way around, and stopped here. And that's why that turn is on that side of the angle. This is called a reflex angle. So those are the different types of angles. So in your book, you're going to write these names down and draw a picture of each of those angles.